Hi, welcome to the National Business Choice Online News Today with Hyatt, and I have Mr. Babusher from the Hyatt Association, and he's also part of the company called Baruch. Is that correct? Yes, Baruch is one of the great organizations in the world that's been manufacturing plastics for water treatment industries and so on. Is that correct? Yeah. So.
Water transmission and distribution, the pipes and all these plastic solutions.
So, Mr. Baruch, can you tell us what's going on today, with the efforts that's been, performed by your association back in, Pakistan?
Yeah. Okay. First of all, thank you very much for this interview. As part of Baruch's CSR, Water for the World, we invest money in communities which have been deprived of some basic facilities, just like water. And Hyatt Association, in partnership with Baruch, undertook a program of water supply schemes in 8 villages in the Neelam Valley, which is the northern parts of Pakistan. And it was all severely damaged and affected during the floods in 2010. So we have gone there, mobilized the community and got the participation and got them involved in the decision making, in the solution, what they want to have. With the funding, generous funding from Baruch, the pipe which were produced using Baruch's material, and the pipes were procured and they were laid in the different difficult terrains and hard-rich areas of Neelam Valley. Generally, all these water supply schemes were fed with the gravity, under the gravity fed system. They were all taking water from the water sources as natural spring. So we protected those springs and we transported that water from the springs downhill to the villages. In some instances, we had elevation differences of up to 200 and 300 meters, which is huge. And we had to break the pressure by introducing some pressure brake tanks. And then after the distribution, after the transmission, we had some storage within the village, and then we had the distribution network going on. So at this very moment, we are pleased to confirm we have completed 8 water supply schemes, which are now currently benefiting more than 5,000 beneficiaries, include women and children. The special thing about it, these are the people who actually have least access to such opportunities to make their lives a bit comfortable. And these pipes are not just a water supply scheme, but it has brought, it has affected in terms of health, education, their livelihoods, because with water at their doorstep now, they can spare some more time. The women can actually do something different now, rather than spending time 3 hours just fetching water, from uphill or downhill. And same way, children can be now spared to spend more time on education. They can go to school rather than go and fetch water from their homes.
Now, how important is water today? And the philosophy of Baruch, what is the perspective of water?
Okay, water is life. Simple as that. So save water, save life, and this is what we are actually working on. And through such humble projects, the message we are trying to convey, that we all have our social responsibility to actually, not at wherever we are, we have a responsible use of water, and also think about those communities who do not have access or easy access to such safe drinking water, and therefore play a role in whatever form and whatever shape we can. Either it's spreading the awareness, or it's to contribute or to fund such schemes, or to support such schemes. So we all have this responsibility, and I think Baruch is actually doing an excellent job by having these kind of initiatives all around the world.
Now, what's next for Hyatt Association and in conjunction with Baruch support? Are there any other countries that Baruch is now exploring to assist and also to build more of such initiatives with Hyatt?
A very good question. Yes, already we are in talks and there is a potential project in Tanzania. We are working on it at the moment. It's a draft proposal already ready and agreed in principle. And basically, again, a similar scenario where there's a deprived community in Africa, in the country Tanzania, where we would like to intervene and provide them with a facility which can then become a model for others as well to follow. So Tanzania is one, and also there are talks about working in Philippines and Cambodia, where again similar scenarios exist. Huge gaps are there which need addressing.
Mr. Babashir, could you give us some advice? What can countries do to start such initiatives? And we're going to experience and Baruch experience. How can Singapore and Southeast Asia work with your wonderful organization?
Okay, it's basically all these countries, and I would say maybe talk at the high level. They are all linked with the policies. What sort of policies do exist in those countries, and a sustainable, a more responsible usage of water, encouragement of recycling as much as we can, conserving water. It's very easy and convenient way of pumping out of the ground, but hold on a second, are we abstracting more than what we need, or do we just go on and deplete the whole aquifer? So those kind of things we need to keep in mind. And these countries, I would say, they should formulate a forum, I would say. And there are some forums they do exist, and I would say, again, this conference is actually an example which provides an opportunity for people like us to be talking to others and spreading the word. So I think Heat, Baruch, and Water for the World, they all present a beautiful model where similar companies to Baruch, they can actually go out and, as part of their social responsibility, the corporate social responsibility, they can go out and actually invest in such initiatives, and basically that will work as a fission reaction, and it will multiply very, very quickly, and it will create an atmosphere where people will start actually working will take it as a norm.
Mr. Babashir, could you also share with us about the future of water for Baruch and Heat Association?
Well, I would talk about water for the world in terms of, they always say, God forbid, if there's any world war, free will be on water. It is such a precious thing. So future is we just keep working on, and we just produce some good solutions which are sustainable solutions with a minimal effect to the environment and minimal resources and maximum output. And again, anything that can be done to ensure safe drinking water access to the whole world, I would say, we will just continue working on that.
Well, Mr. Babashir, thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining me here at the National Queen's Choice Save Hyatt at this